Diving deep into shadows, uncovering the light. Guess with solid minds, no tales of the strange. In Sasquatch Secrets, they'll begin to rearrange. Truth the vibe, we're on a quest. Look beyond the trees, what do you see? Factual stories redefining history. No myths, no magic, let's break the mold. With every word spoken, the wonders unfold. Footprints in the snow, not just a myth. Data and research will sift through the pith. Tales of a creature, but science leads the way. Nikki's quest for knowledge, come join and stay.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sasquatch Secrets. It's kind of a special one for me. Tracking time, 4 years of Sasquatch Secrets. I can't even believe it. I was trying to come up with a show for today, and I don't know. I was like, feels like only it's been a couple of years, right? And I went back to see when the first show was, and it was September 12th of 21. And I was like, no way. 2021? Did I decide to do this? And listen, when I first started this podcast, I had no idea where the trail would lead. So 4 years later, we've covered so much ground together. And from unforgettable interviews to late night debates, marathon debates, 3-hour shows, laughing, crying. We've had crying, all about this mystery. And it's been a very wild ride. And I have all of you to thank for that. So, but first, I think it's more appropriate right now to give a little remembrance, I guess. I am going to put myself way down here. So I'd like to pause to remember September 11th, 2001, a day that changed our nation forever. We honor the innocent lives lost, the heroes who answered the call, and the families who still carry the weight of that day. This past year has also brought its share of hardships, devastating fires, flooding, political unrest, and the loss of innocent lives. Yet, no matter what side of the aisle you sit on, we are one people. In times of tragedy, we should stand together, show respect, remain resilient, and move forward with strength and compassion. We never forget, and may we continue to honor through unity. I'd also like to pause to remember the passing of Dr. Jeff Meldrum, a man whose work and passion left a lasting mark on the Bigfoot research community. Rest in peace, Dr. Meldrum. I'm sorry we never got to meet, but I did have very much respect for you in this field, and very sad. It's been a very sad couple of weeks, actually. And but we will remain strong, right? We got to keep on going, and that's That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna real fast take a look at the chat, see what we got going. Oops, I'm still tiny down here. I'm still tiny. Hold on, I gotta change my background and everything. Let's go back to here. How about now I'm really big. There. So who we got? Who we got out there? I see Jonathan, Sasquatch Wizard, Adirondacks. Thank you for coming. It's great to see you. Sharon, of course. Good to see you. Henry May was the first. He wants everybody to know he was the first in the house. Thank you, Henry. Appreciate that. We have got Jim. Oh my God, how do you say that name? Tim Tergaliafera. Did I get it? Thanks for coming. Jen, you should come on here. We've been together this whole time. You should come on. Sandra Piper. Good to see you. Who else? Anybody else jump in? We got a bunch of lurkers today. Oh, John Ayers, my brother from another mother and dad. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good, John. Did you get back to work? I think last time we talked, you were gonna try to go back to work. Who else do we got? I think that's it for right now. I'm showing a lot of people watching, but you're not chatting. You're all lurking. Hey, there's Brian and Chewy. Good to see you, Brian. So the title Tracking Time, it isn't just about celebrating the 4 years, okay? It's about the footprints we've left along the way. The conversations, the friendships, the discoveries, sometimes the sadness, and it's the shared curiosity that drives us forward. This episode is for you guys, the listeners, the live chatters, the believers, the skeptics, and the ones who've made Sasquatch Secrets more than just a podcast. Kind of like a home on Sundays, right? So tonight we're going to celebrate a little journey we've taken together and look ahead to the tracks still waiting to be found. And I'm happy that you all can be here to share that with me. So looking back, I went and looked at my very first podcast, the first episode, numero uno, and I was like, oh my God, I was a mess, but I got through it. Okay, Jen, sounds good. I didn't invite anybody onto the show. I did send out some, the link in case anybody wanted to, but I didn't force anybody to say, hey, come on today. So we're just going to talk about how the show has developed. We can talk about anything else along the way, any questions you have for me or this journey I've had through podcasting, through developing the show. And we'll go from there. Now I'm going to do a little switcheroo. This is the one I want. I don't see it. They keep changing StreamYard around. And is it this one? I think it's this one is the one I want. Ooh, why does that look so big and is in my face? Oh, it's this one. Okay. So this is what I made the name change, right? I used to be Hairy Man Hoaxes and Hoodwinks. And it was a good name. I loved the name. I think it was kind of catchy and it explained a little bit about what I wanted to do with the channel. I wanted to talk about hoaxes. I wanted to talk about the craziness and things, the nefarious things that were going on. But it was a mouthful, right? I mean, it was a mouthful. And Leon Thompson could never get a hairy man, hairy hoaxies and whatever. He would mix it all up. But it was fun still, you know. I had the HHH kind of moniker I was doing, and it worked. It worked for a little while, and of course, I also had was it a Thursday show or Friday show? Harry Man Hijinks in the Morning, which was a show I did with Enzo Surreal in the mornings. And it was a fun show. I had a blast doing that show. But, it had very low views. And when I did that, it kind of, YouTube didn't know where to put my show at, didn't know where to populate it. So it was hurting my channel. And I had to make the decision that, I love this show, but it also takes up time. And if I wanted to build this show up, then I needed to make decisions. So that went on for a little while. And I finally decided, yeah, and it's too much. And it changed actually from Hairy Man Hijinks in the Morning to just Hijinks in the Morning. And my intention there was that I was going to make that on its own channel and have that as a completely separate thing, which I still may do. I still may do that and bring Enzo back. And I think he would be game to do a revamp of that show later on, but its own channel. That way it can be put in with the talk show stuff, and not the cryptid stuff. Even though we talk a lot about that stuff. Yeah, I miss Enzo too. He's been around. He pops up occasionally on some shows. He goes to my sister's show a lot, but he's been doing stuff with my sister, but she's been not on lately. So I don't know. I haven't really seen how many shows she's had lately, but yeah. So they've been doing their thing over there, and that's great, but he used to be on I don't know, 7 or 8 shows. He would just bump every night. He would be on somebody else's, from UFO to Down Under. He would be on this Australian one. Oh gosh, now I can't remember the name, of course, but he has a ball. He gets along with everybody. So that was a lot of fun. And then, but this was the first go at being a podcaster. And I was going to see if you could remember the intro that I had back then. This first show I did was Mark Anders. Yes.
Telling me
there's 5 feminizing foods in every man's kitchen, destroying his testosterone. Feminizing food number 1 is
wait. Let me guess. Canola.
Okay. And on this particular show, are you guys seeing it's CGI footage there?
Okay.
So, Gary JC, that's what we're going to be doing tonight. So, these are the photos that I just showed. This was the one that's recently been going around. And this one also has a little bit of motion to it as well. But I'm just going to run through a couple of the same. The good old.
They have their vegetarians mainly. I didn't know gorillas ate bamboo. I thought it was just
what's happening here.
Well,
but it's gratifying to see. I'll just say this and shut up again. I know I got to.
That was some good shows back then. That music, I know it well. Oh yeah. Yep. Tea time. Oh yeah, I did have tea times, spilling the tea with Nikki. And that was supposed to be my thing to do with my members, you know, the higher paying members. But again, it was just too much for me to do all of that. And although I did have fun, and the one thing I think that I really started to grow on was technology, because I really didn't know what I was doing and how to set up a lot of stuff. So I think for the first year I was okay, and then I got a new camera. And Jen, was it like a whole year that I would go blurry in and out? Do you guys remember that? I would be blur. I would just go blurry, and you would have to see my hand go up to the camera to fix it, because I didn't know I had to download the program into the computer. It was so crazy, you know. Now I can go and I can fix the camera and have it, you know, not auto focus, because that was my whole problem back then, was that the autofocus would get all crazy on me. But I didn't know you could turn that thing on and off, you know. I didn't. And oh, I'm over here looking at my other stuff. Wild World, hey, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much. 4 years. I survived 4 years. In the podcast world, that's actually a long time. Whether you have a ton of subscribers or not, making it through 4 years is actually, you know, something else. But hey, Wildwood, this is for you.
Whoa! Whoa!
Thank you so much for that. I so appreciate it. It's been a ride. It has definitely been a ride. What? Oh, yeah, I worked half a day and now putting that. He's okay, making sure I'm caught up. Anyway, totally appreciate it. Thank you, Wild World. Great channel over there. You guys should go check that out. And hey, Grant, good to see you. Saying his hellos to everybody. Good to see you. So that, you know, was my first show, and I was so nervous. I mean, you could hear it in the beginning. My voice was like really, really shaky. And I had been on a lot of podcasts before. And that's how I started, was going on podcasts on Daniel Benoit's channel, ECBRO, the East Coast Bigfoot Research Organization. And I used to do another show with Henry May and Looking for Bigfoot Hour. And we used to do Real or Not Real. That was fun. I used to love that one. That was a really great show. You know, we would just look at pictures or videos and give our opinions on it and stuff. And that was with Shane Bradbury. So we had a fun with that one. I was also on a political show for a little while with Shane, but that didn't last a very long time. I don't know, Henry, what happened to Shane. I heard he got a girlfriend and just stopped doing the show, because I don't think she was into the cryptids or the Bigfoot stuff, you know. So no, I don't think so, Grant. Not related. Thanks, Jen, for dropping Wild World's link there. So that, that's where it all started from. And I would just hop on, and it was actually on Pat's show that I met Brent for the first time. Now, Brent and I had communicated a lot on Facebook, on comments and stuff like that. Oh, it turned out we thought very similar, on things. We had the same take on things. And I was like, I agree. I would agree with a lot of the stuff he was saying. He would get a lot of grief about some of the stuff. And then he was doing the whole Bigfoot tree thing. And I was not interested in the Bigfoot tree. I from the beginning, I was staying away from that. I was also staying away from the Dr. Johnson stuff, Matthew Johnson stuff. I just knew from the beginning that wasn't for me, and went on the search. You just go on the search looking for the right people to fit in. I found a place with Daniel's group, and then I found Pat's channel, and he had a lot of forward thinking people on his channel. And from there, we started seeing the Buckwa boys, and I started following their stuff. And then Joe came along and stole the show for a lot of us, so thanks, Robert. I appreciate that. Joe Schneider, Western Bigfoot, that was a sad part of our time together, was losing him so fast. So, but he had a great influence on a lot of us. The man could speak hours and hours about the creation of Bigfoot, where Bigfoot came from. And he knew all the big words and all the names of all the different stuff. He was amazing. He was a really genuinely passionate person when it came to Bigfoot, Yeah, a lot of Snapple. You remind me, and along the way we've had some really good interviews. I'm one of the few who have brought on Rick Dyer. Most won't give him the time of day. And that part never bothered me, bringing people on who did malfeasance, who weren't really popular in the community. So having him on, then I had him on the year after, but I think the original show was the best show. It really showed us his mindset. And for me, it closed all my questions. He answered all my questions. Whether he answered them live, he answered them backstage. And that's all, for me, that's what I needed. I know people want him actually saying, no, the tent video is not real. No, the actor, this and that. He did not do that live, but he did it backstage. And to this day, he'll still, that's still ongoing, that the tent video was real and all that. So that was a big thing, and I still, text him every now and then. He's had a couple of health scares that we've checked up on him, and he's still a character, and he'll always be who he is. So that was good. I had Will Jevening on. He John Ayers says that Joe was his first cryptid podcast. Just watch him on a whim. That's when I found the whole new family. You sure did. Yep. We did. So, there was, oops. I was going to go back to this one. And I'm going to go back to my lives here. starting with the oldest. So some of the shows we had, I went through the Temagami Island Bigfoot, and there's Brent. Brent started coming on, and he was coming on all the time. So that's when I had asked him to be my co-host. And Brent stayed on for a good 2 years, I think. I was going to go back through and see when the end was, but I'm pretty sure it happened after, the mess happened. I call it the mess. The controversy with Long Island Bigfoot, with Mogollon Monster, with, oh my God, now I forgot her name. Nona Boss, that whole little section there, was really crazy, and he knew I was catching some heat. Whether I showed all that or not all of it, all the back messaging and emails and stuff like that, and he knows I was getting some heat, and he didn't want any of that because he knew where he wanted to go with what he had found and what he wanted to tell people. So that's when, he went his way, and he still comes on. Of course, you guys see that. And now he's gone through his whole cycle, and now he's stepping back from Bigfoot a little bit. I think he'll still be around here and there, but, and you'll never get him out of the woods. So there'll always be something he'll post about, going out there and seeing the wilderness and doing his thing. So my third episode was Minnesota Iceman, and I had Will Jevening on from the Jevening group. Yeah. And that was a great show. That was pretty enlightening to the point where Jevening had said he knows somebody who knew somebody that thinks that the real Minnesota Iceman is in a freezer in California. Because he knows FBI. He has an FBI connection. So I was like, whoa, okay, that's some information there, So he ended up leaving shortly. He only stayed half the show, but we continued a good conversation there about the Minnesota Iceman and where it is now, and how, there was two. They said there were two, and all of that stuff. So yeah, he has said that. He had been telling me that for a long time, but I wouldn't let him leave. I wouldn't let him leave. So, but yeah, no, he never wanted that, and nobody probably lost a temperature controlled warehouse with the Smithsonian. Yeah, could be lost in the Smithsonian. There's a lot of lost stuff there, So that was a really another interesting, good one. Then I had the women on. Oh my, chasing that sound. I had Kathy Strain, Mantra Withers, JC, Monica Rollins, and Melissa Adair come on to the show, and for Women of the Woods show, and that was great. I thought that was a great show. I don't think I had really learned how to interview people yet. My structure on how to talk to people hadn't been developed yet. So I was pretty dry. I think my questioning was pretty dry, but it turned out to be a good show. And I know Kathy still follows me I know Melissa, I think, does too. And I'm actually going to get to see Melissa in person at the Blue Ridge Bigfoot Fest in Virginia in a couple of weeks because she's one of the speakers. So it's going to be great. I'm going to be able to meet her in person. Excited about that one. And let's see, what was after that? Oh, episode 5 was the Rick Dyer episode. Every time I have to go press that. So of course, you know, Rick Dyer is Rick Dyer, you know, and I had plenty of photos, but at the time I wasn't even doing slides, I don't think. I think I had everything through StreamYard. It's so funny how things change and you learn your system, and there's the tent video, and then he's a talker. And then what happens, everybody who saw it? I'm going to play this part. I'm going to take it off.
Him over. It was flat.
Right
a little
here.
bit nervous right now, folks.
Is there any way that we can extend this to?
Oh, yeah. We can keep going.
All right.
Okay, yeah, it got sent.
Then Steve came on. I think it was Joe.
Okay, everybody, welcome Mr. Steve Coles to the show. Welcome to Handyman Hoaxes and Hoodwinks.
Hey, what's going on? Let me just clear my video up a second.
And I'll let you guys just to remember what happened in this fast 1 minute.
There we go. All right.
Ooh, almost lost you all. Okay.
So what's going on? This is very interesting to see. Rick. Hello, Rick.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey. So,
Crazy.
Somebody had mentioned something about you saying I was involved in the 2008 Bigfoot body hoax. Kind of interested to see how I was involved, that you said that I was involved in, because I kind of missed it. So I would like to hear you to tell me.
Well, here it is, Steve, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
Well, hold on. I don't know what you're talking about. So let's clarify that right up front.
Well, evidently, this is going to be a little hostile because I can tell that you're on the defense.
Now, I was so nervous. Now, as this was going, there's people texting me in the background. Nikki, be careful. Don't let them go too far. Do this and that and cut them off. And if Rick does this or that, and I'm like, oh God, no, this is kind of what I wanted, I wanted the drama. So I just remained like kind of right in the middle there. I just let it happen. And, it gets
not on the defense. I'm going to go on the offense very soon, sir. So I'm just asking you what you said, because when you name drop me,
you don't like.
I don't like what? Lying about me?
Truth.
No, lying
there
about
is
me.
no lie. We did not know
Listen,
about,
son. Listen, son.
No. We did not know
I
about
had nothing.
Tom Biscardi until you, Steve Cuz, introduced us to Tom Biscardi.
Okay, so stop right there. Stop right there. But didn't you call Tom Biscardi first?
I did not.
Don't lie, Rick. Don't lie. You did. You did.
Not.
You did.
We didn't know no one, Steve. We knew
because you know
no
why, son?
in the Bigfoot community.
Yeah. Do you know why, son? Because Biscardi called me first. He called me first and told me that you had called him.
Your radio show. You said.
I still get caught up in the way they going back and forth on that one. So crazy. Man, memories in the corner of my mind. So it will go on. In the end, they chilled out and everything was okay, and we were laughing in the background, and oops, see, I backed all the way out. I think who was in the back? The back was me and Rick, Steve, and I think Pat, right? Pat, if you're still out there, Pat came on, and then he started saying, oh yeah, it's all, all of it's bullshit and this and that. And that guy from the tent video, he was such a complainer. It was so hot, and he was hot in the costume, and he's an actor from Lord of the Rings or something like that. And oh, it was so crazy. Hey, Bree, good to see you. So that was quite the show with Rick. And, it only has a couple thousand views, but it was a good show. A lot of people didn't know that he had been interviewed before. So, yeah, you were there. Yeah, I thought so. And then we had my first Halloween Spooktober, Squatchoween. And did you see who was there?
That's all I'm interested in. I'm just glad to have.
I did. Oh my God, Jen, how many costume changes did I do? We had a contest to see how many costume changes I could do in the one show. And it was a lot. This is how I started the show, though. Let's see if I can get it to the right spot. Okay, I'm gonna have to start it there. Let's see. No, it was like.
Hello, my pretties. How is everybody doing? Happy Squatchoween!
That was crazy.
And welcome to Hairy Man Hoaxes and Hoodwinks. We have a great show for you tonight.
Then people started flooding
more guests that
in.
are on their way.
Joby won.
Joby.
So
we'll punish them later.
Can you remember Joe?
But that's okay. But I cannot breathe right now, so I am going to take this off. Oh my God. Whew.
Reminds me of the scene in that movie, the Spaceballs. Oh, I can't breathe in this
I
thing.
can't breathe. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I couldn't breathe when I did the little skit part for the intro. That mask, there was no nose holes; they were squished together.
Oh,
So
and then we have.
I don't know. I thought it'd be funny. I knew it would crack everybody up, and I'm not afraid to do it. I don't care.
Oh, it's absolutely fabulous, man.
It was beautiful.
It's a good job. She did a good job. You did a good job.
It's great.
But I'm like, I'm not gonna do too much of the persona thing. I'm not gonna come in here and try and sound like a girl or anything like that.
I feel like back when I was like 25 and it was the last girl at the end of the night, at the end of the barn, you're like, yeah, okay, screw it.
Hey, Jay, come here, Jay. Come.
This was
Who's
a
Jay?
fun-
You're cute. Come here.
Everybody
Who's
wanted
Jay? Who are you
to
talking
come
about?
back every year after
Come
that.
here, Jay.
Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly end my third one was this house. Okay, and when the house behind us
Let me see.
broke ground, something
Shut
happened
up.
to my house that darkened.
Okay, right here.
Is,
We've got,
throughout history.
oh,
Trying to figure
wow.
out some problem.
Patrick Vaughn
And
came
then and Einstein mentioned something. He's
on.
like,
There's
oh, but if
Betsy.
you were to do that, then we would have to consider X number of dimensions instead of just 27 or whatever it is.
No.
And like taken a torch to it or something and like burnt it and then must have broken it in half and thrown it at the front gate of
What?
the front yard.
Wow.
And it's weird because I've been thinking
About it, but he wasn't
Oh, I did
he wasn't
another
a physically
change.
abusive
I did a bunch of
alcoholic.
changes.
He could be mentally abusive at times, but he wasn't a physically.
Like, then a
Yeah.
grizzly bear, right?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
People are looking at the forest
I think
from a
somebody.
gravel road saying, is it out there?
Oops. All right. That was fun. That was the beginning, and then I did 2 more Halloween shows after that, and then I didn't do one last year. I was just something was up. I don't know what it was. I think I wanted to do Halloween with my kids, so we didn't do one. Hello? Hold on. Why is it not working? What's going on? Oh, there it goes. It was stuck. Hey, Tate.
Hello, hello.
What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just hanging out and enjoying life.
Enjoying life. Are you in the hot tub again?
100%.
Well, we're just talking about the past, my 4 years doing the podcast, and talking about anything else that's been coming up. Let me
Podcast coming up. And what was the other one?
just anything in regards to my show. 4 years of doing this show, my 4-year anniversary.
4 years. How many times have I actually been on the show? I want to remember that.
You've mostly started this last year. But
so.
probably the big one was when you came on for the Gatewood thing.
Yeah.
And we did that on the Dark Channel, right? We did the Gatewood show on the Dark Channel. For those of you who don't know, I have Sasquatch Dark Secrets. That's another channel that I just use when there's possibility that I could get a copy strike. Because I don't want to hurt this channel. So we had the Gatewood show over there. Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah, more of a factual speaking event.
Right. Yeah,
I'm most proud of that interview. Like if I had to throw my hat in the ring, like, Tate, what was your best interview that you've had? Some would think some would think Eduardo Sanchez, or like a quick little spat with Bob Gimlin or whatever, but I would say it's trying to debunk Tom.
Trying to debunk him.
That's the highlight of my Bigfooting career.
Oh man, let me see. I was going to. Oh, that's a whole different channel. I'll have to go to the other place. I don't even know if I listed it on here.
On the.
Oh yeah, I did right here. Finding the Gatekeepers was the. Oops. And that was a really good one. You guys need to go check that one out. It was Tate and Brent and I, and we showed a lot of receipts.
Yeah, it was a.
Went into.
Nice.
I went and found the copyright, the actual copyright, and who holds the copyrights to the film, which was Patterson, Giblin, and Patricia.
Yep.
And we tried to explain all of the stuff in regards to copyrights and how changing stuff through the computer is AI is fixing that stuff, you know. Oh, and then we talked about the tampon thing, the baby Sasquatch fetus.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. MK Davis tried to say that was possible. I don't know.
Also said the massacre theory was real too. So
Yeah. So we went through that and all the correspondences that, you know, come out. Remember, you put stuff online through social media, somebody's going to copy it. Even if you delete it, somebody's going to have it. And I had it. I had a bunch of stuff. Tate had a bunch of stuff. Brand had a bunch of stuff saved. And look at that. We went through a bunch of them.
Past trip, Brent told me, because I don't know if he ever told me before. Maybe he did, but I can't remember. But I distinctly remember Brent telling me when he was in Bluff Creek, he's like, yeah, Todd Gatewood was trying to get my license taken away and put in jail for posting screenshots of things that him and Gatewood said online to a Bigfoot group. Like, I know the mayor, but the thing was, he was suing him in the state where Gatewood lived. So, you know, like, you can't really threaten to get somebody's driver's license taken away, especially if they actually did nothing to you, you know. So, yeah, it was... Gatewood's not a good person.
No, he's blocked me. He blocked Brent. You're blocked too, aren't you?
I'm blocked. Yep.
So you guys can go check that one out at Sasquatch Dark Secrets. I only have like 2 shows over there right now.
We need more Dark Secret shows then.
It only is pulling up one. The other one might be the trailer, so it won't come up. But yeah. So you can also find on my playlist the Joe Snyder celebration, which was really good. It was sad, but we laughed, and he was a character, and I had so many pictures. I had just sat for hours copying picture after picture of Joe and putting it on a slideshow. So there was a really great memorial remembrance video for you all to go check out. For a short time there, do you remember the movies? I was doing movie nights. I loved movie nights, but all of a sudden I kept getting copyrighted, and they would just pull the whole they would just black out the show on me. So it was too hard and too stressful, not knowing if they were just going to stop the show on me, that I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. We successfully did Ivan Mark's The Legend of Bigfoot. We did the 8-Man 1943, and we did Sasquatch The Legend of Bigfoot in 1977. And then everyone after that just kept taking it out off live stream.
You know what you can do is if you keep getting copyrights on YouTube, I don't know if there's like a way to like, because I know you can do a movie over Zoom, so you can send people a link. Maybe there's a way you can link that.
Yeah, there is a way to do stuff like that, but I just wanted to do straight live streaming as part of my channel. And they were all open movies, you know, free movies that you could get, but they just wouldn't do it. They, you know, I thought all the copyrights had been expired on them, but evidently no. Evidently. Oh, that was a good one, Jen. I had one night, we did a Friday night chill session. I think it was Friday night, where we did music night. And I played music all night long. And I didn't play the whole song, but I played like the most important part, the first, you know, chorus and riff and the whole beginning part. And we were just going song to song to song. I was playing. The next morning, I had over 200 copyrights, music copyrights. But it was the funnest show. I couldn't even keep up with people saying, you know, what they wanted to hear next, But it was fun. That show was definitely a fun one doing. So that show doesn't exist. You can't watch it. I had to delete it for the channel's sake. I had to delete that one.
Can't you keep it up as like a private thing if somebody like pays like?
Yeah, I could have, but at the time I was scared and I just deleted it. I think I deleted it. I need to go check. Maybe I did take it off. I don't know.
Hey,
I think
if you make it private, then you can actually go to YouTube Studio on your desktop and download it as an MP4.
Right.
If it's not deleted, you can have a backup, then you can decide what to do with it later.
Yeah. I also had a lot of game nights. We would throw in at least one game night, maybe every month or every 2 months or so, which I haven't done game nights in a long time too.
Nikki, let's plan a trivia night.
A trivia night? Yeah, we can do trivia nights. We love to do those. We did a bingo night. We did the trivia. What was one of the other ones?
Let's do it. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, we can do it. Oh, I have a blast. Everybody really enjoys the trivia stuff. Matter of fact, I just deleted a bunch of my stuff from the trivia because it was taking up too much space. Like I had the question mark. Nope, you got that right. Oh, you got that wrong. You know, I had all kinds of stuff for that.
You need to have like we should come up with some different ones too for like weird answers.
I had all the sounds, you know. If I play the sounds now, they have not been coming out. Let me know if you hear this. I don't know. See, it's. Oh, did you hear that?
I heard that.
Okay. I had the game show sounds and all that stuff, but.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah.
Jeopardy?
Yeah, that one. This is the one. You can't use the Jeopardy one because that one does get you flagged.
Oh, that's.
I'd use that one.
What was that? What was that show that was? What was that show that was recent that they did that? Oh, what is that show called? It was like Jeopardy, but more intense. Okay, that's gonna bug me. If anybody knows what I'm talking about,
I don't know. There's the Spill in the Tea, where I would just talk to you all in the middle of the afternoon and have lunch with you. then I did a few shows with Squatch America. We had our Bigfoot roundtable, which was really good conversations, I thought. And then some stuff happened and we couldn't get our schedules together. And then Squatch America was traveling across America. And so he hasn't had any shows lately. I'm waiting.
America.
What else did I have? Oh, and then I tried to do Hairy Man home cooking, and I did a couple of videos of food, making food. People really like that one, but man, it is hard to do cooking shows. You have to have the right equipment to look in the food and follow you and shit. I was like stressed out doing
You would
that
not
one.
want. My cooking show would just be like, all right, I bought some styrofoam cup of macaroni. You put hot water and you put it in the mic. Put a packet of cheese in there. Voila.
Yeah.
Macaroni. That would be my cooking show. I don't know how to cook. All right. On today's episode of Cooking with Tate, we got Pop-Tarts.
First thing, take it out of the box.
It's pretty self-explanatory. In case you guys don't know what to do, there's instructions.
Yeah. And then, of course, I did the historic series where we had Ape Canyon. We did the Bowman story. We did the Jacko story. We did the Osman story. Ruby Creek. And that one's just my deep sleep down there. So that was a nice series. Most of those had Thomas Steenberg. So that was good. We also had a few holiday late nights, which was fun. Holiday hooch. I called it the holiday hooch. Those are fun. They are. Somebody came in. Somebody's in the background. I'm just bringing people on today. I'm not. Let me pull this off. Okay. Oops. I'm sorry. Where'd everybody go?
We're all gone.
Pat's here. Hey, Pat.
Hey, what's up, Nikki? Hey.
How are you? Oh, there he comes. He's coming back on.
Good. I got a little delay going on or something. What's up, Nikki? Congratulations on 4 years.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you very much.
Profile went away.
You dropped off. You dropped yourself off there, buddy.
I was like, I opened the link from Facebook on my phone. And I have to actually click open in Safari or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I accidentally hit done on Facebook and it closed everything out.
It was real jumbled too. You're kind of like jumbly.
Yeah. You've been a little jambalaya, like actually all night, like since you've been on. Just saying, not judging.
So yeah, that's some
Turn my
of the
Wi-Fi
stuff off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Wi-Fi when you're doing a live stream.
Not your phone.
Oh, you're cutting out bad, dude. You're gonna have to reset yourself or stop moving around in the water, whatever you're doing.
He's looking for Bigfoot
In the hot tub.
in the what better place to look for?
Oh, Pop-Tarts have been around for 50 years. That's what Kaiju says.
I ate Pop-Tarts this morning. That's funny.
What's your favorite flavor? I like the strawberry one. The strawberry with the classic one.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I go for the more like either vanilla or chocolatey, either chocolatey or vanilla variety. The ones I had this morning were cookies and cream, so they kind of had a little
Oh,
bit of both,
whoa.
right? You know?
You're extravagant Pop Tarts. That's the high end Pop Tarts, the flavored one. My daughter just made me get her the berry ones.
Fine.
They're like purple.
Yes, I went to the grocery store in my Lambo and bought those extravagant Pop Tarts in my Lambo. So yeah, Nikki,
So
like,
yeah, what's up?
congrats. I've already said that to you privately, but publicly, congratulations.
Yeah.
It's you know, and I had also kind of lamented to you. I was like, God, wow, 4 years, really?
Yeah.
Wow, it
I
doesn't
couldn't believe either.
seem that way. But boy, it takes me back, and thank you for like going back and scrolling through like some of the highlights and stuff. That was cool to see. It was cool to hear Joe's voice again. Um, that was
Yeah.
that was kind of weird, but cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like here you are. You're still doing your show. You've adjusted it along the way, and that's that's how you learn, right? You learn and you adjust and keep things going and
Right.
moving.
Yeah, you learn.
Yeah,
Yeah. The whole thing was a big learning process for me. I mean, the tech stuff especially, because I wasn't as tech savvy as I thought I was, especially when it came to
right. Yeah,
mics and cameras and
right.
how you get those to communicate, and then getting a stream deck and
Yep.
getting
Yep.
everything else, having my cool backgrounds here. You have to know how to link all that stuff together, or it does not work. And
Right. I mean, until it, yeah, because you've never done it before, right? So
right,
obviously,
trial and error. Many a
yeah.
times I tell
Mhm.
somebody, hey, come get on the live stream real quick because I want to see if this works or not.
Oh yeah, yeah. The whole test. Hey, help me test it out thing.
Test it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have
yeah,
to do a short little live to figure if people are
yeah,
seeing it or not seeing it or hearing you or whatever.
yeah. It's like,
And
hey man, can you hear this? I've done that before, where
yeah,
I'll bring somebody in and like just to test something. Go, hey, can you hear that? Like, is that working? Okay, thanks, man. You know,
oh, just also like I wanted to do the call-in show, and
yeah.
you had a call-in show,
hmm
but I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. So it never
So
happened.
me neither. Like, I still to this day, and it's 2025, and what are we doing in 2025? We're catching spaceships, like SpaceX is catching spaceships and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, is there some digital way to integrate phone calls into your live stream? Can't find it. I'm sure it exists.
There is some people,
Yeah,
okay,
but
but you have to pay for them. I was trying to find a free way to do that. That was my whole thing, is that
well,
I
my
wasn't
yeah,
going to pay $50 for the service, and a
my
line and everything.
my solution to that, and it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but not too much. My solution to that was a Bluetooth speaker. So
Oh,
um, I would take the call through my Google Voice number, right? So it's
uh-huh.
not
Yeah,
it's not
not
my
yours.
actual personal phone number. It's just my Google Voice number. Would take the call, and God, how did I guess I would connect my phone to the Bluetooth speaker. And so that's how I figured out how to take the call and everything worked properly and the audience could hear the caller. And
Yeah.
I'd have the Bluetooth speaker sitting like well like right here or whatever, right
Uh-huh.
right over here next to the computer. and so it was loud enough, and I wouldn't be using this. I'd be using the mic, right? Yeah. So they talk through the I take the call through the Bluetooth. It's
Right.
loud enough. The mic picks it up, so it sounds exactly like it
You
should,
talking.
basically.
Yeah, and that was going to be my issue, is that I would be able to hear the person, but I couldn't get it to come through StreamYard for people
Exactly.
to do that. And
Exactly.
man, I
Yeah.
tried for a long for
I've
for
even
days.
seen Brian struggle, like even Brian struggled with that, like Brian King Sharp, like he struggled with that.
It's
To
got to
where,
link the right way. Now, if you have a
yeah,
board, okay, you can buy a board and have your links straight from a phone into those, and then everything's peachy king, and you have a board to work with. But I didn't want to go spend money on something that I may or may not use, but once or twice, if I don't know.
yeah,
And that, I think Bigfoot Society does a call-in show. I was going to ask him how he does his.
yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, when in
You know,
doubt, just ask around.
yeah.
But
What's the
the
cheapest
call,
way to get
yeah,
it done?
the call-in shows that like I did do, like only did a few, but that's how I did it, was Bluetooth speaker, and it worked. I mean, it definitely worked. It all came out in the wash, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. And then I was always afraid, well, who's going to call? Nobody will call, So you have to really plan a show and then incorporate a call in. That way you still have content. You still have something
it's
flowing
hard.
and
Yeah,
not rely just on that.
I mean, it's hard, Nikki, with like what I'll say is our size audiences, I mean,
Yeah.
it's really, it would be like more than ideal for like say you had 300 people watching you,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
then I mean you're not gonna get to all the calls. You know what I mean? Like that's
Right.
really what you want. For me, I mean, I'd sit there and I mean, sometimes 30 minutes would go by, and I, Graz would call. I'm like, dude, jeez, okay, or whatever. Like, it's like, okay, or Donald or whatever,
Yeah.
and so it really didn't, like, I abandoned that idea because it's like it doesn't make sense. I just don't have a big enough audience, even on a good night, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What was I gonna
And of
say?
course,
Totally.
posting the link publicly that could be really risky, even though you don't have to, you can vet that before you let it into the stream, but
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we've had
you show me your face.
some crazy,
Show me your
stuff.
face. If I don't see a face, you're not coming in. Yeah.
Wait.
Okay, so
My face though.
What'd you say, Tate?
I'm not showing my face though.
No, we're talking about like random. If you put the link out randomly in chat, and so anybody could, yeah.
I know you guys truly know me. I mean,
Yeah, I know who you are.
Yeah, one can
I would
say
say pretty much everybody in the chat. I know who they are. I know where they go and they chat and talk to. So I would pretty much let everybody who's in the chat come on. But you get randos that come on and then want to expose themselves live on air.
Well, that's why I was getting. I did that, and you had no idea I was about ready to do so.
I find you.
Well, you could be held accountable for that. So,
but not prosthetic.
Exactly.
Then they take me in and question me, and I was like, "Sure, that's not real. That's prosthetics." Then they look at me for real. Yeah, that's not him. Then I get away. Boom!
Going into lawyer mode already. Okay.
System.
Okay, I'm going to be giving away 5 free memberships right now.
5, ladies and gentlemen.
So you probably
Five.
Here we go. Who's the lucky winner?
Who is the
Whoa,
winner?
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Harryman Road,
winner.
Bristol, Damien
Winner.
K. Wow, haven't heard from you in a while. Relic Hominin and Blazer. You all are receiving a gift membership. Congratulations.
remember.
Congrats.
You always,
that
catch the lurkers when you do that.
right, yeah.
But
That
Nikki,
unfortunate name you have there.
Remember the private conversation when you said I could get a membership? I was one of the 5, right? Oh wait, that was supposed to be a private.
I don't get to pick. I don't get to pick who gets the.
That was supposed to be private. Sorry, I leaked that.
Yeah, man. Keep your face on, dude. We're pretending here. We're fictional. We're participating in Nikki's fictional channel.
We're hologram.
It's all an act. No, it's all an act. I am not a hologram.
Oh wait. Oh, we're all by Todd Gatewood.
AI. Yeah.
We're Todd Gatewood's AI guys.
Oh yeah. Whatever. Tate, have you talked to Bob Hieronymus before?
To be honest, I never have, and I actually really want to. Actually, when I was up in Washington this year, I was actually.
We gotta be related.
I was about 80% almost wanting to go to while I was there, but
you have to be related to that guy, dude. That name is not common, so there's got to be some blood there, brother.
But
aren't they spelled differently though?
Differently. Bob Hieronymus is Heironymus. Mine's Heironymus. So the first I is in a different spot, and instead of a Y, it's an I at the end.
Hieronymus. What is that?
It's Greek.
Greek. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, whatever, dude. Like when somebody came over on the boat, some I's didn't get dotted and T's didn't get crossed.
Well,
just saying.
I did ask my grandfather. I was like, "Hey, do we have any family who spelled their last name like this?" And he's like, "Yeah, we do." And I was like, "Oh, where do they live? On the east?" Or he's like, "On the west coast." I'm like,
You're
there
so
you go.
related. You don't even know.
So, who knows?
So my prediction came true.
Hey, you know what? Not to get political here, but let's make Hieronymus great again.
Right. Let's clear the name. Let's clear the air.
Starting with the little tater tot.
Tater, that's not my name.
That's what I call you, tater tot.
Everybody calls me tater tot. It's the infectious way of how they spew love for me. So my nickname is named after a potatoy treat, guys.
Uh-huh. Nice and salty.
I know, man. I can't wait to hang out with you just so that when we part ways, I can go later, Tater. And later. It means something. Like, yeah, later, Tater.
Man. That's funny.
Tater,
so, out of all the shows you've seen, Pat, that I've had, what was one of your favorites?
Well, I mean, dude, Rick Dyer, like, right? So that pops into my head immediately. I mean, hands down, dude, that whole thing was just that. Looking back at it, like, it was kind of fun. The whole thing was fun, and a lot of weird stuff happened backstage. That a lot of people don't know about, and God, if we could have captured that somehow, that would have been great.
We've talked about that over and over. That, oh my God, if we had recorded what was being said,
right? I mean, that was even better than the show. Yeah, but back then it was almost always like that. It's like that. Oh my God, it's like the backstage shit. It's Like that's where the real discussions happen. Holy shit! Like,
Yeah,
I
some
remember
dis-
thinking I've got to start capturing it. Yeah.
Well, I think nobody can, because if everybody did, we'd all be canceled.
probably.
Well, there's no
Probably.
there's no getting canceled in the Bigfoot world, dude. Like
Oh,
anything goes.
Oh,
Anything
100%
goes.
there is. Like,
I mean, yeah. Yes. Certainly there are boundaries, like as human beings or whatever. But for the most part, it's like, nah. Like hey,
Yeah,
hey,
but
look,
we hold
we can't
ourselves.
be canceled. We can't be canceled because we don't have 30,000 subscribers and
well,
shit. You know.
Yeah, but
Like,
canceled.
you know, we worked really hard for our 1,000. So it's
Well,
like I
yeah, but
wouldn't
they're
give
not going anywhere. It's kind of preaching to the choir, honestly.
I meant like canceled as the integrity that you've carried so thus far, you know.
Yeah.
Because there's things that you would never say like live show versus your private opinions, you know, because
Oh, right.
you can't really truly
Somewhat, yeah.
opinions in front of everybody. And like for me,
that's
neutral stance, because you can't please everybody, and I don't want to get in like a debate with people at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, if it's something I really agree on, I'm gonna say it. But
yeah. For me, it's like that margin is very thin. It's like I pretty much say my mind no matter what. Now, like if I'm backstage, I know I'm not live. I might say, "Oh, that line, POS."
yeah,
Where
that's what,
maybe I wouldn't say that directly on air, but
Right.
I guess
but I will say I don't believe that guy.
there's a
Like
like professional way to say you don't like somebody. Then there's your personal way that's privately discussed of how you don't like somebody.
Yeah, you have to be careful. I mean, when you're live, I don't want to do ad hominem. Like I try and hope to never do ad hominem stuff when I'm live and I'm talking to a public audience. Now I might talk shit about somebody, privately. But yeah, when you're live, you just like give your opinion. That's fine, but like to attack somebody personally is just like that should be off the table.
Yeah, I mean, like behind the scenes, I would probably go in more detail why I don't like that person versus on a live show, because it's like, for one, on a live show you're trying to.
Yeah.
The other thing is too, it's like, a lot of people are listening, and I'm not like saying it's not about like lying or anything. It's just how you personally feel about the person, but you don't want to be like Debbie Downer, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense.
It's a fine line. It's a fine line. It's still one that like I'm learning. I'm always learning, but
Most shows have an agenda. We have something we're working towards, and that generally doesn't fit when you get all crazy with it.
Well, I guess an example is like, okay, I've said things about Todd Gatewood, but like I don't verbally try. I mean, I do straight out call him out, but I'm not going to call him names or anything. And
and you shouldn't call him names.
I really call him names behind the scenes, but I think I get more colorful in my chosen words behind the scenes. I guess more explicit is what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I mean,
we just have to remember to talk about the act, the whatever this person is doing is the focus. The hoax, the attempted fraud, whatever that is, not the actual person, what they look like, how they, that part, that is of no concern to me or
personal stuff.
Else. Yeah, the personal stuff isn't nothing. It's, of course, people go there, so you have to remain bigger than them, and just remember to always make it about the actual evidence. Make it about.
I keep, like, if they're religious or whatever political party they like to support, that's whatever. But if they're gonna come and spread lies about a subject I hold dear to myself, I'm gonna call them out. There's gonna there's gonna be a publicly way to call somebody out, than a private way with amongst people that you trust. And so, if you're doing it for the right reasons, it's not wrong. I don't think at all. And that's my opinion. I like the expression assholes, or like, assholes are like opinions. Everybody's got one. So,
right.
Sue me.
Yeah,
Right.
but you can have an opinion and back it up with facts, and that's
that
a
also
different
really
story.
that helps a lot more. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
The receipts. When you have, then you can, have a little more leeway.
it's never. I mean, it's never a good idea to go, hey guys, like, I got a bad feeling about this dude. I just think he's full of crap, and so. Like, yeah, it's one thing to just say, "Oh, I think this guy's full of crap." It's just a bad feeling I have. I mean, you kind of have to have something there.
Yeah.
As a from a content creator's perspective, if you were to, like, say all the colorful things you were thinking about somebody, there is a small chance that you could actually get flagged for abusive speech or bully or harassment. Which YouTube.
Oh yeah, you can always get flagged, but it doesn't mean that YouTube will accept it. People have tried to flag me on my reaction videos, but reaction videos are allowed. So
I'm just saying, like, I guess I'd rather not take the chance and then just be careful and say how I professionally feel about him, and then kind of keep the comments, like, maybe to, like, another show or whatever that allows that kind of thing. Or they're willing to.
The problem. I mean, the thing I immediately think of, like, I'm not afraid to say anything on my channel, my Bigfoot channel, Squatch Talk, right? Because if it got shut down tomorrow, I really wouldn't care. I would even go, it's probably good for me. Like, I don't have any, like, financial or emotional ties to my channel. I wouldn't want it to be deleted. So everything I've ever done there, I would want to be a record. That record to be real, right? But if YouTube told me I could never live stream again, on Squatch Talk, I really wouldn't care. I'd be like, whatever.
I kind of, it's like, I want a channel. I agree with Nikki. It's like, goes back to what Nikki said. Just you don't want to get flagged or something. And
I've never been flagged. So me, like, I'm one of the most controversial people right now in the Bigfoot world.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been flagged. People have tried, but
well, just wait till they try to take your channel down and report it for violations and stuff that aren't really there because they're just upset because you talked about their friend who's hoaxing.
My point even was.
Brent.
What's
Welcome
up,
to
Brent?
the
Yeah, hey, Brent, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
My point, even a few minutes ago, is that people have tried, and it has to go through the channels it has to go through the process of YouTube and how that works, and it's never been a problem. Again, that's why like when I started doing reaction videos, people came at me really hard, going, good luck, like, you're gonna lose your channel, I'm reporting you, blah blah blah. Like, it's like, no, you don't. Like, reaction videos are allowed. If you take the content and you change it, it's allowed.
See, I guess for me, I got really, personally, I kind of got really upset when I saw it use a picture from a video of mine of Bob Gimlin in front of the big tree at the film site. And he was just using that picture, I guess, to show where the big tree is, because his theory that is the PG film site that the Bluff Creek Project found is not the film site. And I was
definitely film site.
Yeah, like, really upset. I'm like, I don't want my stuff to be associated. And I wanted to.
Bob Gimlin?
Yeah, I got an interview with Gimlin at the film site in front of the big tree, which I will say something publicly here in a second, but
wait. So Bob Gimlin doesn't accept where the accepted
MK
film site is? What?
This was using a still image that I took of Bob Gimlin, and because Gimlin, MK Davis doesn't think the film site.
Oh, MK, I got you. I didn't hear the MK part. My bad.
Oh, okay, you're good.
Yeah.
So I asked MK to take the picture down.
Right.
As much flack as MK Davis gets for the massacre theory, you got to give the guy credit for the stabilization work he did on the PG film.
He's not the first person to do that, though. So no, I don't. I don't give him credit at all.
I respect him for that because
Bill Munns did that first. Yeah,
they both did a good job. Regardless, my point is he was cordial and polite when I asked him to take the video or the picture out of the video. And he did.
That's fine.
So I mean,
I do not give MK Davis credit for stabilizing the PG film, even if he did it. I could go stabilize the PG film right now if I wanted to.
I have to for MK Davis, but Todd Gatewood, I do not give credit because that's all AI. So,
of course, that's ridiculous.
At least MK Davis stabilization.
I still think Munns did it better, and now it could be digitally stabilized. So, it doesn't. None of that matters. Yeah, I don't know. Look, MK's. He's like there's a problem. Like, to me, my opinion is that guy has a problem. He's got some kind of problem going on, and
this is a problem.
That makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah, and the funny guy in the eyeball, like, so it's hard to see there. You can't even zoom in on it good enough. The funny thing is that when MK, he made that he blew it up into a big giant poster, right? And then he filmed the poster. And the funny guy, the dude, the laughy, bald-headed dude in the eyeball was like so like prominent.
Wait, bald-headed dude in the eyeball, laughy. Hieronymus or Philip Morris?
No, MK Davis.
MK.
Yeah. So when he had that ridiculous like nothing burger, not real enhancement of Patty, which is that right there. So in the eyeball, you see a glint in the eyeball. And if you zoom in on it far enough, which I don't, maybe Nikki can do it, maybe not, I don't know. But
I can't,
but you see in the eyeball, you see a funny bald-headed, like a laughing bald-headed guy.
Hey, go back to the picture.
Yeah. It's really hilarious.
Zoom in if you can on the eyeball.
Enhance.
Ooh,
I mean, it's funny because I've seen it so many times.
Did I just move something?
I can see it right now. I can actually see it right now.
Bald man in the reflection of this Patty's eye.
I can bring it up.
I think that's all just digital makeup right there. Not...
Yeah, it's just pareidolia.
This is the AI enhancement that Gatewood did. There's nobody there because there's like.
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous.
Divot in her
it's
head.
A nothing burger.
There, that is not there. That AI added. There's hair strands in her eye that AI added. There's nobody in the eye reflection at all.
Right? Yeah, it's almost. She's wearing makeup. I mean, like, it's just never ending. Like, why couldn't you zoom in on the boobs? Where's the boobs? Show me the boobs. Come on, zoom in on the boobs.
I don't believe in Philip Morris because there's actually a YouTube video of Philip Morris talking. He actually did a lecture, and it's on YouTube. You can find it. But Philip Morris was like talking about how he built this suit, and they were doing this recreation with Bob Hieronymus. And right before they started shooting,
name again,
a production guy or some guy in the production crew came up to Philip Morris and asked, like, "Did the boobs bounce?" And Philip was like, "Oh no, they do not bounce, and they certainly will not bounce on this one." So confident that they would not bounce, but when they filmed the recreation, the boobs bounced, and Philip Morris was like, "Oh." So it's clear in that little video that's about 5 minutes long that Philip Morris had no apparent knowledge that the boobs would bounce. Thus, he never made the PG film costume, if it was a costume, which I believe it's not.
Well, the remake was horrible. It was just horrible.
It was it's better than the porta potty at Louse Camp, and Brent can attest.
Yeah, man, with the sunroof and everything.
Yeah, it has a it's the fattest porta potty you will ever see. I'm talking about a porta potty full of excrement. That's how bad this recreation was. It was bad. It was worse than that.
Yeah,
I mean, all that's bad. It's always bad. It's the problem is it's a lot of bad. Like it's not hard to pick out the bad in the Bigfoot subject.
It's a lot of bad, but unfortunately, we have people like this.
Hell yeah! Now see
We have
that
people.
dude.
This.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's actually kind of interesting.
Go back to that first guy.
What is that?
Like,
what the hell
people
was
like
that?
this. Shit, Brent.
Dude, is
my buddy.
Oh, looks like
a
birthday party.
That is a paper mache mask.
Don't tell Randy Brisson.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, like that.
Wait,
Patty looking ninja thing out in the woods.
Who's that guy with the tank top? Looks like he looks like he won like the contest at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Paul Freeman.
Paul Freeman, you mean?
Yeah,
dude, awesome. I would love to. He'd be like the best beer and wings like hangout dude ever.
Not anymore.
I can't tell. I couldn't see from the rate. I'm like using my phone, so I can't see too much.
Did you guys touch on Meldrum and stuff?
No, we have not talked about Meldrum at all.
We haven't talked about it. I only did the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna
remember
up earlier because I actually wanted to talk about Meldrum. Like,
yeah, rest in peace, brother.
Dude,
surprising.
I was Jeremiah Byron was doing a live stream on TikTok the other night, and he asked me to come up on the stage and share what experience I had with Meldrum. I only had a couple. The first time I ever met Meldrum was at the 50th anniversary for the Patterson-Gimlin film, and I'll show you the picture, Nikki, guys. And maybe you can. I don't know if you can post it anywhere on YouTube, Nikki. But I
if you send it to me right now on just through Messenger, I can put it up.
All right, I'll do that here in a second. I photobombed a picture with Bobo, Jeff Meldrum, Bob Gimlin, and Cliff Barrickman.
Is it on your Facebook page?
Instagram. I'll send it to you.
Dang Instagram.
It was the best
Who uses
photo.
Instagram?
I use Instagram.
Lots of people use Instagram, Nikki.
But the other time I got to hang with him was actually when we were doing the very first 4 episodes of the Sasquatch Search for Sabe series. Because I was in touch with Meldrum about wanting to film with him at his lab. And he was saying, yeah, I could do that, but I only have about an hour because I'm going to be going on a trip and I have to go home and pack. So I was expecting an hour. So was Ron and Jonathan. We were expecting all an hour. But Meldrum gave us maybe 2.5 hours total or more.
Cool. Yeah.
He's such a nice, humble guy, and there's so many, you know what I mean, but still, regardless of the fact, he's still, I hold him to the highest regard as far as professionalism and his critical thinking to evidence in the.
He was very unique, and that there are no one will fill his shoes. Brent, did you ever meet Meldrum?
Yeah, actually, I met him one time at Sasquatch Summit, probably 2018.
Okay.
And I was in the men's bathroom using the urinal, and Meldrum walks in and uses the urinal next to me. I look over, I'm like, oh shit. I didn't talk to him then or anything like that. I waited till he went out of the bathroom, and I talked to him. I had this like print that I got that I was interested in his opinion on, and he talked to me for a little bit. But I think that was the only time I really met him. It's weird because I used to live in Pocatello too, like literally about 2 blocks from where he teaches.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but no, that's when I met Meldrum, and I think the community definitely lost a courageous voice of somebody that really held the mantle up for the subject in a serious way.
Yeah,
that made people look at the subject in a serious way. He articulated it in a way that people
very
can
well
understand, and not all of us agreed with some of his conclusions, but for me personally, I have the utmost respect for him, and this was just really sudden. Like it's just like it just happened, and it just goes to show you that like with cancer, it's I'm preaching this a lot lately. It's like if you're over the age of 50 and you smoke or been around smoking, you should get tested every year for a scan, because that's what my mom has, because she has small cell lung cancer, and small cell is like really, really aggressive. It moves fast and it goes straight to the brain. But luckily she caught it fast enough, that it's didn't go to the brain, and it seems like it's under control now, and she's got the rest of her life full of infusions and stuff. But yeah, if you're over that age, 50, I'm getting there, so I'm probably gonna have to start doing the scans as well. But I highly encourage everybody to do that, because if you do that and catch it, like my mom did, you could extend your life much longer. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's
Oops. Dang it.
He was so like he was definitely. I mean, he filled a niche that again I don't think anybody could. People are saying, who's going to take his place? It's like no one. Like
yeah, nobody. There's
it was
nobody there to take
Meldrum,
his place.
dude. Like he had a PhD, and also he studied foot morphology, and
Look how young
he was
you look.
interested in Bigfoot. Like he was the guy, man. And he was very articulate, extremely articulate, almost to a fault.
Yeah, he's got that soothing voice where it's like, man, you can just read me a book and I'll fall right asleep. It's got that nice soothing voice to go with it, and he had all the components that we needed in this subject to give us some sort of validation of there is something to look into. There is nobody to take his spot. I mean, you have people who are good stewards of the subject, like Cliff. I would probably put up there as like somebody that I would want to represent the Bigfoot community. Shane Corson actually is another one that's up and coming that mad respect for. He's got a lot of love for the subject. Tate's like the new Bluff Creek guy.
I don't know about.
Yeah, but those guys don't have PhDs, and Cliff Brockman, has thousands more hours on television.
Who doesn't have that?
Even Meldrum had. So
like
Cliff's time is done. Yeah.
Jamie Wayne in our project. Jamie Wayne, he's one of the guys in our project. I think Steven Strufer definitely does have a PhD. I think Jamie Wayne does as well. So there's 2 guys.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's
in what though? I mean, in what?
Geology.
Okay. I mean that. Yeah, that's not really relevant to undiscovered primate. I'm just pointing that out.
But can anybody really have a PhD in cryptozoology?
You can have a PhD in chemistry. What does that have to do with Bigfoot? Nothing really. So, I mean, like Meldrum he was an anthropologist.
That's a good question.
He was an anthropologist and a primatologist.
I bet a lot of his stuff is gonna be going to Cliff.
You would hope so.
I mean,
Because
his lab, sure. Yeah.
I think Cliff is like the next go-to guy for about foot tracks and footprints in the ground. He's going to be the closest to the most knowledgeable about anthropology on tracks when it comes to Bigfoot than anybody else, second to Meldrum.
Who, Cliff?
Well,
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Brian was telling me that
No. Cliff,
he wasn't accepting any
Cliff
more
will not be.
any more prints or anything because he knew he was retiring and he didn't know what to do with his over 300 prints.
Cliff is not a
Brian
foot
told me this.
morphologist. Cliff is not a foot morphologist. He's not a primatologist. He does not have the at least the PhD skill set and professionalism that at least Meldrum had. Like, whether you agree with him and disagree with him, we all, I know that Meldrum's been fooled, but that's a different story.
I mean, Cliff has been fooled. The London trackways that Cliff found, and he thought those were real on live television, but on
Cliff's an entertainer in the entertainment industry. He's not even in the ballpark, man.
Yeah. So about the whole collection thing. Yeah. Nikki, do you know where the Meldrum collection is going to go? Like all his, because it seems like very few people actually knew that what he was going on with and dealing with. Very few people, because it seems like everybody in the Bigfoot community is shocked. I think he might have told Cliff beforehand, but it seems like nobody really kind of knew. So it does make you wonder where his collection is going to go, if it's going to stay in the museum or stay at the university and have some sort of exhibit set up, or is some of it going to go towards Cliff? Because I know Cliff's place is probably only so big as well. And, I think Meldrum probably has a lot of stuff over the last 40 years.
So I heard from Facebook.
I don't know. And I mean, I know there are people who know, but I think at this point it's probably not important at right now,
Right now,
in the near future. I am sure he has made his wife or whoever know, hey, all this shit's got to go to somebody, and these are the people on my list, or they have to know. I even now being married, I know where all my husband's guns would go because I know who he respects.
Right.
He wants to have all that stuff.
Yeah. I think actually, oddly enough, I think Matt Moneymaker had the best take on that. And his take was that, that it should be a traveling, sort of a traveling thing, and his lab should go to all the Bigfoot conferences, and so that people could see that. And so that his work lives on still, even though he's not there to speak, obviously. Right. But the Meldrum lab is here. That was Matt Moneymaker's take, not mine.
It's a good money-making scheme. Good money-making scheme for him.
And
because I'm sure he's going to be the one that wants to be in charge of it. Be like, this is my fee. That's going to cost all this. I mean,
I don't
think no. I say no to that. Obviously, right? Not that Moneymaker would be in charge of it.
It's not going to go to Moneymaker, and if it did, Moneymaker would probably turn it over to Cliff because he knows Cliff is more.
Well, to be fair to Matt Moneymaker, he did not say that in the context of he would be in control of it. He was just asked the question.
Yeah.
Look, Train said that this collection is going to Cliff.
Yeah, it's 100% going to Cliff.
And that doesn't surprise me at all. That would be,
because Cliff is the second most knowledgeable.
But that's pretty close to Matt. So
he's second, Cliff is more knowledgeable on tracks than Matt is. I mean, Matt's a good tracker, but as far as it comes to Bigfoot tracks, I think Cliff does have
That's an entertainer. They're both entertainers. That's all they
But
are.
they're legit. They've been doing this before the show ever started.
It doesn't matter.
No, they're more legit. They're as legit, but they're not scientists like Meldrum was.
Correct. And they're not anything special at all, dude. They're nothing but people that have been on TV as entertainers.
Could you say the same thing about Meldrum if he didn't have a PhD? He was just an entertainer?
No, because Meldrum did not. He did not embrace any kind of
he
did not embrace any kind of personal entertainment value. Like he was a part of the entertainment industry because he was asked to be there, and so he embraced that much of it. But Meldrum didn't seek that out. Meldrum was never like a cast member on a TV show.
Neither was Bubba. They weren't seeking it out. They were referred to by Matt Moneymaker. So
doesn't matter. It's still that they were.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't matter if Cliff has a PhD because he's self-taught, self-learned, and that sometimes will work just as good. He's got the experience and seems to have the credibility to go behind it that he knows what he's talking about. So I think.
No, so I mean, he knows how to talk to people, but
no, he's
not in the way that Jeff did. Like Cliff could never talk to the public. And like how Jeff.
Well, yeah, I mean that's because Jeff is his own man, his own style, and his own way of delivery and stuff. And so, there's always been it.
Cliff had thousands of more hours on television talking to a camera than Jeff ever did. So,
but the fact that he was in entertainment doesn't diminish what his involvement and what he's done, what he's learned in the subject. So the fact that he's been on TV and stuff like that, because he was a researcher before TV, so it really doesn't. It's irrelevant, because.
I know, okay, but I have to fall back on Cliff Brockman doesn't know one more damn thing about Sasquatch than I do.
Well, that's where I met Cliff.
If he did, he'd be on CNN.
No,
if he did, he'd be on CNN.
Well, the thing is, he might not have the evidence or the proof to make it on CNN, but I met him earlier this year and went to a conference and listened to him.
Knowledge.
Yeah, with knowledge that he has. It's I encourage you to.
What does he know about Bigfoot that we don't? And I mean, how come I haven't heard of it yet?
Yeah.
Bigfoot's a 8-foot tall undiscovered primate, and he knows what more about them than that.
Yeah. Well, you should you should check out probably some of his last interviews and some of the last few expeditions that he's done, especially over in the.
Give me a highlight. What has he learned? What does he know? What does he know?
But I got a question of. You said Cliff, if he had more,
he doesn't know anything.
If he had
you don't know what he knows and doesn't know. You're just you just fucking hate on the subject so much that you just shit on anyone and everyone.
Whoa,
dude, that's what you're doing, bro.
I'm asking you what Cliff Brockman knows about Bigfoot that I don't, and you can't give me an answer.
Well, I can't tell you exactly what Cliff knows, but he is out there and
my point has been made. My point has been made. Then, if you can't tell me what he knows, then I just made my point.
I can't, dude. That's not a point, man. You're just all right. Whatever, dude. Just whatever.
It's a valid point.
Just shut up, dude. Fucking.
Why are you getting angry? See, here's the
thing.
Discourse. You tell me what Cliff Brockman knows that I don't, and you can't do that.
But there's no way to say that.
That's a fucking retarded question, dude. It's like, why would you put something out? Yeah, it is. How am I supposed to tell you what someone else knows? How am I supposed to tell you that, huh?
I don't know. Give me a clip of what he says his knowledge. Like, where is this knowledge? Again, I didn't see it on CNN or hear it in some kind of scientific report.
More time in the woods than you have, so he has more.
Pat, you what?
Really?
Going out,
how much time did Cliff Brockman spend in the woods in 2024?
Oh my God, Pat! You're asking questions.
Are you trying to say that you're out there spending more time than Cliff? That you have more insight because you went camping once last year?
Nikki,
like, what's the deal?
Nikki was the one that just said, "How much time have you spent in the woods?" Implying that somehow there's a huge disconnect. Maybe I spent more time in the woods last year than he did. So I doubt it.
I doubt it.
1,000
I
hours.
seriously, that.
I think
1,000 hours.
Where's pictures or video of you actually out camping in the woods? Like, hey, look at my tent set up, or hey, look at what I'm doing today, or something like that. Where's that at?
Go look at my
Show
channel.
me that. Show me that. Squatch Talk?
Go look at my channel. Yep.
Squatch Talk?
Go
Okay.
look at my channel. I think I probably did 5 live streams from out in the woods in 2020.
So would you like? So are you saying you're out there like for 5 straight weeks?
It's all there. It's all time stamped.
I think I did 5 live. I think I did more than like 5 live streams last year than that. You know, so it's like
whatever,
what's
dude.
your
I
point?
can back it up. I'm not lying. Like I can provide receipts if you like.
But I'm just surprised I didn't see any receipts of your big venture that you were doing.
1,000 hours in the woods. Did Cliff Brockman spend? Like, I'm asking questions.
Dude, that's stupid. That's so stupid.
Spend 1,000 hours.
So are you saying that? Dude, this.
What I'm saying is, Nikki's the one that drew the equivocation. She said, "You probably don't spend as much time in the woods, so therefore you don't know." Well,
I really don't believe you spent as much time in the woods.
Maybe I did. Perhaps I did.
Or maybe you didn't. I mean, who knows? There's no proof behind it.
Guess what? I have no knowledge of Bigfoot to bring to you fine people today in my time in the woods last year. Zero knowledge. So Cliff does?
I have one quick question. It's
okay.
I want to kind of go back real quickly to what you said, Pat. Like, Cliff is as much time he spent out of the woods, he would be on CNN, right? If he had evidence.
He has no evidence.
But but he would be on CNN for that, right?
If he had evidence, he sure like Joe Schmo would be. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify. But how long, compared to Cliff, do you think you've been in the woods as much as he has, or more?
Does that matter?
Experience in the woods does matter. If you're going to talk about something that lives in the woods.
Okay, so there are millions of hunters in this woods.
But we're not
definitely spent more time in the woods than Cliff Brockman.
I'm talking about hunters. I'm talking about
Yeah, but what you're doing is you're talking about time in the woods.
Cliff's not a hunter.
So I'm responding to that. There are people. It doesn't matter if it's Pat Turner. This isn't about me. It's not about me. It's about reality. It's about people.
It does matter.
Right?
The reality, Pat, is that he's been doing field research since 1994. He's been to 46 U.S. states and several continents doing expeditions. He owns and curates North American Bigfoot Center. He's done TV shows like Finding Bigfoot. He's done evidence analysis. He's done footprint and handprint evidence stuff. He's interviewed thousands of eyewitnesses. He's done public education with.
Okay. So what does all that mean? What does that all that culminate?
It means he has more knowledge than us. That's what it means.
But knowledge of what? What you just described only makes him an entertainer.
He's not an entertainer. He was
He's not an entertainer. He's most well known for being on the most popular Bigfoot show ever produced.
He's money maker.
But that doesn't make him an entertainer, though. He's not in it for entertainment. No, it doesn't. He's a researcher first and foremost. No, it doesn't. He's not. Okay, an entertainer, Hellbent Holler, that's entertainment. Cliff is not entertainment. That is real research that happens to get on TV. Because it's so good.
He was a principal cast on the world's biggest.
So what? He was a researcher beforehand. So what? He was a researcher during it. He wasn't there for entertainment, for self-motivation, for self profit or anything like that.
Again,
that would be an entertainer, somebody that just cares about being on TV, being about the subject of just all the attention. That's what more entertaining, not some guy who just is a researcher.
So he walked around in the woods looking for Bigfoot.
Expedition Bigfoot is entertainment. Expedition Bigfoot is entertainment. Okay. Yes.
And that's what he's known for.
He's not
known for anything else beyond that except the museum at this point.
Well, no, people know him before he was on Finding Bigfoot too. So it depends upon where you come into knowing him. Yeah.
Some people knew me before I started.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's established as a researcher beforehand and not as an entertainer. That's the whole point.
What research?
Oh shit, dude! Go look him up. Go look him up, dude. I'm not gonna like fucking go line for line with like, oh, what does Cliff actually know? What does he not know? Those are stupid questions. So if you want to know, go ask him. Go talk to him about it. Go look at his presentations that he's doing.
Fine, I will.
I mean, shit.
But my question is valid. What research? Because research implies that you're studying the subject, and that's not happening. I see nothing from Cliff Brockman ever.
Then you're not looking in the right places.
That shows me that he's studying Bigfoot.
I'll tell you why you probably don't see a lot of his stuff, because Cliff, unlike a lot of people who are into the subject, will share their shit on like social media. But Cliff won't do that because he knows social.
He's hiding this wonderful research. Like, what are you talking?
He is showing it, just not on YouTube.
He's not
show
Pat, you're a multi-millionaire. Pat, you were a lot easier to talk to when you were, all up with Patrick Vaughn. It's like your switch is like, man, you're really hard to talk to because you're like,
why are you?
You're like talking to a brick wall.
Why are you getting personal?
I'm not personal. I'm not being personal.
Yeah,
what did I say that was personal?
You're trying to like invoke Patrick Vaughn into this and say, why are you fucking like this? You go back, talk like Patrick.
Well, you've changed.
Vaughn. Like you're
mind has totally.
Sorry, it was just an observation. I didn't want to, make you get all upset about it.
It's a realization. Look. Here's the realization: the world's most rare and elusive, undiscovered primate is running around North America, and Cliff Brockman knows where they are and he's studying them. That's not true.
Nobody ever said that.
You just fucking said it. Rewind the tape. He's a researcher.
I said he's a researcher. He's a researcher. Yeah.
What is he? Okay.
Did I ever say he's researching an actual Bigfoot? Did I ever say that? No, I didn't. I never once said that.
Okay,
I said he's a researcher.
Clear. So we're clear. He is not researching an actual Bigfoot. He is just an entertainer.
I can't.
We're very clear on that. Thank you.
No, Pat. No.
Done.
What a fucking dork, man. Jesus Christ. I really do like him better when he was fucking dealing with Patrick Vaughn and all up in that sauce and shit versus him like fucking just shitting on everything. Like every fucking thing out there. It's like, God damn. And he talks about like, oh, we don't want to take personal attacks, but yeah, he's fucking doing reaction videos, like fucking attacking people's conclusions and shit. It's like, come on, dude, wake up. And fucking to say that you got more time than than Cliff out there because you did 5 live streams. For all we know, dude, you got your fucking tent and shit and just threw it up, the same day, did the live stream, took it down, went home. I mean, fuck. For all we know, that's what happened. Anyways, I was just saying what a lot of people was thinking.
Oh God. Okay, you guys. I know you guys want to go see the Meldrum show over on Squatch TV. So we're probably going to bring this one to an end. Thank you guys for being here. My 4 years has been interesting. And today's show is no different.
Congratulations to you, by the way.
Sorry.
Who would have thought, Brent? I thought it was going to last 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And,
now look at you.
More shows to come, folks. So don't forget to tune in next. So we're gonna wrap it up. And thank you all for being here and supporting the channel. I love you guys. And oh God, we'll see you in the next chat. That's all I got. Love you guys. Bye.